Welcome to Life Cycle Therapies. My name's Trace. Let's explore the difference between regression therapy and just having a past life regression experience, how they work together, their similarities and their differences. So let's start by exploring past life regression. So past life regression sessions are facilitated similarly to that of regression therapy, as they both use hypnosis. And in both of the sessions, clients generally prefer to lie down. Past life regression is less deep and impactful than regression therapy. Past life sessions are often experienced in the third person. And by that I mean that clients will be aware of the past life character, but they won't be embodied into that character. So they won't be seeing through that character's eyes and feeling with that character's hands. They'll be more watching that character do something, as you would in a movie. When this happens, they'll not be truly experiencing the life fully, as it will be like watching a movie rather than actually living the movie, being the main character of that movie. So the way that they might talk through their session is by saying, the woman is now walking along the street. She's carrying a parcel. So that will be rather than saying, I'm walking along the street and I am carrying a parcel. When not in the character, clients may struggle to identify their emotions and their feelings. A past life session is more about satisfying curiosity rather than transformation and healing the life, the issues, the wounds, etc. Clients often jump to several different lives within the one session, so they don't tend to stay with the one life, they'll move around to lots of different lives. This seems to happen if the client senses that they may be about to uncover a point that could include trauma or some form of discomfort. So the client jumps to another life to avoid experiencing anything challenging, emotional, or difficult. So regression therapy is the opposite of that. It purposely goes into those things that can feel challenging, emotional, and difficult, with the understanding that when we experience those things, we clear them away once and for all, and they can never come back up and create those difficulties again. So past life sessions can be wonderful, however, no deep soul work is done at this level. The client is guided to the death point so that it may be explored, but sometimes the client is unable to allow this to happen. The client then moves on to the spirit realms. The spirit realms are experienced in both sessions. It can feel a little more difficult for the client to gather information during a past life regression session than during a regression therapy session. A past life session just explores the past. It does not interact with any other lifetime. A past life session is lovely for those with a curiosity about who they may have been, or where they may have lived, or where they may have come from, or whether they've had a particular draw to a certain country or time period. It will not bring about as much healing as a regression therapy session will. It is fluffier, it's less deep, and it's less transformative. So let's move on now to regression therapy. Regression therapy sessions are facilitated similarly, as already mentioned, as they use hypnosis. Once again, clients do prefer to lie down. Regression therapy sets a strong intention for the session. Now, this is discussed with the therapist and the client, and a strong intention is raised, talked through, and put out into the universe. It's all about transformation and healing. So regression therapy asks the client to dive deeply into any trauma that may arise during the session. So it is deep, it is transformative, there's often catharsis, and it's very experiential. It's felt with their emotions and their body at the same time. There may be a few minutes of feeling uncomfortable during a regression therapy session, but this trauma is then permanently moved on and never needs to be worked on again. And I think that's really important to understand that it might be uncomfortable just for a little while, but then it's gone. It's absolutely gone. In a regression therapy session, the death point is explored deeply, and all feelings, emotions, and body sensations are gathered and recorded right before the heart stops beating for the last time. A regression therapy session is experienced in the first person. So clients are fully embodied in that past life character. They are seeing through the character's eyes. They are feeling with the character's hands. They are watching themselves in a movie. The character, the client, will be able to sense strength and agility and the build of the body, to know if they're short, tall, thin, fat, and even what the fabric of the clothing that they're wearing feels like against their skin. It's extraordinary. They'll be aware if they're carrying something. They'll even be aware of temperature, heat, warmth against their skin. The life will be like living in a movie. They will be able to sense, see, and experience everything in the first person fully. Clients will say, I am now walking along the street. I'm carrying a parcel. They will even know the weight of the parcel if you ask them. Clients will be more able to explore and identify their feelings and their surroundings, and they'll have an overall deeper sense of self. They will be able to feel, see, touch, and know that to be true and know that to be them. Regression therapy explores the psychological, physical, and spiritual unresolved residues, which is so key, and it's really extraordinary that it can bring all of this up and that it can allow these things to be deeply explored, known, worked through, and lived through. Action follows thought, and thought follows action. When we set an intention, we're pulled to where we need to go to create the maximum healing, which is just extraordinary. Regression therapy includes talking through current life issues. The level of healing and transformation that can be achieved during these sessions is just amazing. Regression therapy is therapy-based and is therefore all about uncovering that which needs to be healed and bringing about that healing. It's transformative, life-changing, and sometimes a little uncomfortable. The client is guided to relive and resolve all issues from the past that have previously been inaccessible to their conscious mind. Regression therapy explores lives that are still causing the client some form of discomfort, lives that are still influencing their physical, mental, and emotional states. Regression therapy includes past, current, and future lives, all of which can include unresolved issues and memories that are not registering in the conscious awareness yet, but creating dis-ease in the energy. Regression therapy enables conflicts from all lifetimes that have been created, that have created dis-ease within our energy, to be resolved and healed. So a current life example of that dis-ease could be claustrophobia, caused by traumatic early life childhood experience of being accidentally locked under the stairs. The symptoms could include anything from not wanting to be or able to cope in small confined spaces to hyperventilating and panic attacks at the very thought of such an occurrence. Regression therapy works by accessing the very root of the problem. It also includes body therapy, which transforms the energy in a physical way that is simple, safe, and controlled. Regression therapy has a richer, deeper methodology than most other healing modalities, as it heals the whole body, the whole person, holistically, mind, body, and spirit. Regression therapy offers the opportunity to not just explore a past life, but to heal the root cause of current life challenges. To resolve and eliminate recurring patterns, complete unfinished business, understand relationships, and to lift any restrictions and blocks to facilitate our healing. Regression therapy helps us to gain a wonderful, deep spiritual perspective of our current life circumstances. It really is one of the most extraordinary therapies that I've ever experienced, in the way that it does heal, that it removes, that it transforms. It's absolutely extraordinary. Thank you so much for watching this movie on the differences between regression therapy and a past life regression experience. It's been great to have you along. Please feel free to follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and on YouTube. If you could please like and subscribe to the channel, it would really help out. Thank you so much.